Hey, Daily Dosers, thanks for joining us and having the courage to come back on part 2. And this week even, as we look at religion and Christianity and politics and how does being a Christ follower really flesh out daily when we are surrounded by this political culture that you and I live in. And yesterday I took you to that final week of Jesus' life, that week that led up to the cross, when the religious leaders got together and realized this guy is speaking about our leadership. We have to find a way to get him out of the public light. We have to find a way to kill him. And they came up with what? That's right, a question on politics. It was divisive 2,000 years ago, just as it's divisive today. Do we pay Caesar his taxes or not? And yesterday we saw Jesus said, bring me a coin. Caesar's an image is on it. Give to Caesar what's Caesar's. Give to God what's God's. And they were amazed because Jesus took us back to page 1 of the Bible, where God said, let us make man and woman in our image, in the image of our likeness. Let them rule over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and over the livestock. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He created them. It was Jesus' brilliance to say, look, you want to bring me a political question? Let me throw it back and ask you, do you understand the priorities? If this has Caesar's image on it, you do have an obedience to a public authority right now. You're living in Caesar's empire, so you're going to be responsible and involved in the empire of Rome. But may I remind you, give to God what is God's. You are created in the image of God. There is a higher priority, so much larger, greater, grander, and eternal than the temporary authority, your own political party or system that you're sitting under right now. Don't ever let the lesser image get in the way of the greater image. Here's a little illustration I want to give you today that will help you through this week and the next couple weeks as this current political crisis erupts one way or another. Several years ago, I'm doing a conference up in North Carolina. I was interviewing Joe Gibbs, famous football coach for the Washington now football team, used to be called Redskins, and now he's into NASCAR. And they would you like to go see the headquarters? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. So we got done with the conference and I went over to Joe Gibbs Racing. It is buildings that are football on football fields long. Hundreds of NASCARs in there from production from the ground up. And it was an amazing day. I'm not a huge guy into NASCAR. I can appreciate it. But that day, oh, it was amazing. And as we're walking around, we get to the part where they're putting stickers on all the cars and the M&M cars there. And I go, so what does M&M have to do to get their sticker on the car? I mean, they've got the hood, they've got the side panel, and they've got the roof of the car. They're the brand. There's no doubt who sponsors it. And he goes, that's a lot of money. I go, can I ask how much money? And he goes, yeah, that's public knowledge. About $500,000. What? You have to pay $500,000 to put your sticker on the car for a season? He goes, oh, no, that's per race. $500,000 a race. In fact, more recently, we found out that Farmers Insurance was sponsoring their car for $660,000 every race. And I'm like, oh, I was thinking about doing a North Coast car. What about the little stickers on the back? Because on the back, on the quarter panels and around the bumper, there's all kinds of little stickers. He goes, oh yeah, you can do a little sticker. And I go, how much? And he's all, you can do those for about $75,000. Once again, a season or a race? He goes, no, that's a race. And I made a joke. Well, if we ever got one of the little stickers, would you put it over the M&Ms? And he's all, no, we would not entertain that idea at all. Of course not. That is your brand. That is your resource. That is your backing. Did you catch that? North Coaster, those Christians that are watching beyond the walls of North Coast and doing Daily Dose with us, whatever the next couple of weeks hold, whatever side of the coin you find yourself on Democrat and Republican, and there's great arguments for Christians to be on either side, may I encourage you, please understand the image you are created in. And don't ever in any way let anything that you do in this political season with a little sticker cover up the image that you're made in. You see, there's a reason M&Ms get the hood, the side, the top, they're paying for it. When you and I go back and realize that we were created in the image of God, that God lost our relationship and that he paid for his son to buy us back, it's okay to have little stickers in your life. It's okay to have passions in your life. It's okay to have pursuits in your life. It's okay to have hobbies in your life. It's okay that there's other stickers of what you're known for. But the little stickers can never, ever cover the image, the sponsorship that you're made in and that you're made for. If there is any talk, any post, any response, anything in your life over these next few weeks, politically, that's going to cover up your testimony of being a son or daughter of Christ the King, then run from it. Leave it. Take the sticker off your car for a while. Just let people know, I can't get into that arena right now. I just can't. That's a hot button for me. And for the sake of the sponsorship that I am under, for the sake of the God that has created me, lost me, bought me at a price, and called me to be his, I will not let a small sticker now get in the way of my image and who I'm called to be. If we can keep NASCAR in mind for the next few weeks, we will run this track better, and we will run this track glorifying our God instead of losing ourselves for something that's temporary and not eternal. That's my encouragement to each of you today.